I decided I'm going to do something I haven't been doing, something new to the channel. In my videos, I'm going to give kind of a inconspicuous shout out to people. So it's going to be like giving you a shout out without giving you a shout out. We'll see how observant you are. Let's get started. Let me show you my progress on the H in the last few weeks. I think you'll like seeing where it's come from and where it is now. All day long. That's how long I've been cleaning and painting this thing. I really wanted for this video to be the one where this thing is back to life and running again, but it's not. I've come a really long way with this tractor. This thing was crusty, rusty, covered in grease and oil. It's looking pretty good now. Obviously, I still got a ways to go. Originally, my goal was to get this thing running 2 weeks ago. I've been putting full days into it on the weekends, both Saturdays and Sundays. It's taking a little bit more time. That's okay. I'm just going to do whatever needs done along the way. This is not a full restoration. This is more of a refurbishment. For over a year, this thing's been apart, and it's because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. I had the thing apart, and you got all these decisions you can make. Yeah, I could fully redo this thing. I could rebuild the engine. I could rebuild all kinds of stuff. The other challenge that I have is that I'm just kind of cheap. I'm thrifty. I'm conscious about what I spend. Should I put $5,000 into a tractor that even at best, the most I could probably ever get out of it is $3,000? It just doesn't make sense. So I reminded myself, what did I take this thing apart for, and what was I going after? I wanted to get it running again. It had coolant in the cylinders. I replaced the head gasket. I sealed up a bunch of other stuff. I replaced a bunch of other gaskets. I cleaned up the head. And I just had to remind myself, what is the goal that I'm going after? Is it a perfect restoration? No. It's to get this thing running good to where I can use it, just mess with it. It's not like I'm farming with the thing. Also clean it up and get the metal protected. We've gone a little bit beyond that. I am doing this thing on a budget. I'm not spending that much money on this tractor. First of all, I bought the tractor for super cheap. I got it for $300 when I initially got it in 2016. By the time I'm done with all of this stuff, I'm still probably in it for under $1,000, which is great, because at some point I'm going to want to replace those tires, and that's fine. But for right now, they're good as they are. I'm making this video because I've been really anxious to show you guys the progress I've been making. I'm kind of proud of the thing. For working on a budget and doing a spray can paint job, it's actually coming out pretty decent. I'm kind of impressed. Keep in mind, I've spent 90% of the time that I'm working on this thing just doing prep work. Cleaning everything, getting it down to the bare metal, getting rid of all the oil, grease, and all kinds of gunk. I will not do a bad paint job. Will I do a cheap paint job? Maybe, but this is going to be one of the best cheap paint jobs you've ever seen. So as I said, for a rattle can paint job, this is going to be pretty good. And it's got multiple coats, and I'm using what I think is decent paint. But everything on this tractor looked like this. Pitted, rusty. It's taken a long time to clean all that off. I still need to do the sheet metal. Keep me motivated on this thing, and I'll have it running this weekend. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one.